I'm Carrie Evans, and it is Public Radio Music Day. And we are celebrating all day long today. You know, the theme for Public Radio Music Day today is discovering the sound of local communities. And we know that, like us, you are as passionate about getting out into Baltimore and discovering, championing, and giving a platform to Baltimore artists. And that is what we are doing all day long. Perhaps you heard Jordan Sokol of Pressing Strings or Jimmy Haha Davies of Jimmy's Chicken Shack on with Alex earlier this morning. We're going to have some video up for you later at the WTMD YouTube page. But right now, we're going to move into some other genres of Baltimore music. And sort of that's what we're trying to cover all day long is a little bit of everything because there's such a mix in the Baltimore music scene. And our next band, I am really excited to introduce to you the Honey Dewdrops, made up, yes, please, of Laura Merton and Kagey Parrish. Did I get that right, Kagey?
You got it exactly right. Very good job.
And they are a huge part of the Baltimore Americana scene. And unlike a lot of struggling Baltimore artists, they are able to actually make their living playing music, which is often a rare thing for a musician and an artist. And we can't wait to hear how you do that. But we thought maybe we'd start with a song.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks so much for having us. It's really great to be back here at WTMD. We'll start with a song that we wrote a few years ago. This one's called More Than You Should Say. There you go, talking to a memory, saying more than you should say. And the words keep coming out of you like you ain't seen no one days. And there you are, serving at the pleasure of a story you can't keep quiet. Who's telling must be reckoned with, like the look in the memories are getting on, getting up, getting lucky and getting lost, falling through the fingers of dawn and dusk, king of everything lonesome. Telling the memory about the airport bar that night and the well drinks you were drinking so you could sleep through your flight. And there you were paying your tab when a man dropped dead on your right, and you took him for a regular, another secular waiting to fly, getting on, getting up, getting lucky and getting lost, falling through the fingers of dawn and dusk, king of everything lonesome. I've been calling everything lonesome. I've been calling little fingers of king of everything. I'm king of everything lonesome. I've been calling little fingers of lonesome. King of everything lonesome.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Beautiful. 89.7 WTMD, the Honey Dewdrops. So I promised I wouldn't put you on the spot, and now I've changed my mind.
Okay. All right.
So you all are more than just collaborative partners, correct? You're a married couple.
That's true.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm just wondering, because, I talked to you all about this when I heard you on our Harvest tribute show. My jaw literally dropped to the floor when I heard those harmonies. And so I'm curious, what came first, love or harmony?
I think it was love.
Yeah.
That's a good way to ask that question. Some people are like, "Y'all related?" And no.
Yeah, we've gotten brother and sister
Yeah.
a couple times.
But love came first. We met in college by playing in a band together that was just like a short-lived kind of party band, one night kind of thing. And after that night was over, we decided that we really liked hanging out and liked a lot of the same kind of music, and we started playing some songs together. But at that point, I wasn't playing. Like I wasn't singing. I always loved to sing in the car, but I never sang with anybody else. And it wasn't until a couple years later when we happened to be doing a Neil Young song that we did that night about a month ago here at WTMD that we realized, oh, cool, our voices like kind of go together in a nice way, and we can work on that a little bit. And so we've been working on it ever since.
Yeah. It's nice that you fit together in so many different ways.
Oh, thanks.
It's really awesome.
We feel a lot of gratitude for
Yes,
that,
indeed.
for sure. Yeah.
So do we. The Honey Dewdrops on 89.7 WTMD.
All right, we're going to do a song from a record we put out in April, and this is called Delia. It's a story. Turn and look each other right in the eye. Death says, I bet you I won't blink. Life says, let's make it interesting. The hand of death plays staggerly, so the hand of life plays Billy D. Now they're playing cards on Christmas Eve and stack bits of Stetson hat. Billy throws down 520s on that. And Billy plays a flush, stack gets sore, and his hand gets hot on his 44. Billy takes a bullet, then he takes 5 more. And Stack just laughs with delight to see Billy dead on Christmas night. Delia, Delia, your man's gone. Delia, Delia, your man's gone. Delia lives her life between the hands, and Stack is her brother and Billy is her man. She's cooking in the kitchen off of South Grand, trying to make a life with Billy. She's nursing a newborn baby. When Delia hears that Billy's dead, the words catch fire and burn in her head. She runs to the courthouse seeing red, tells the judge Stack shot Billy, and everyone in St. Louis knows he's guilty. The judge says, oh, what you want me to do? crew stacks bigger than me, and he's meaner than you. Ain't no telling what the hand of death will do. You better let your brother be. I ain't messing with crew Stagger Lee. Delia, your man's gone. Delia, your man's gone. Delia says, Judge, you got blood on your hands. If that's your law, then your law be damned. I had about as much as a woman can, and I ain't about to let it be. I ain't afraid of cruel Stagger Lee. So Delia walks into the TikTok bar, where she don't have to look around too far, 'cause Stagger Lee is laughing and drinking her like he doesn't ever care in the world. He says, Delia Lee, come on over here, girl. He pours a glass of gin and he pours another. Delia throws it back, says, God damn you, brother. Stack swears by Jesus and the Holy Father. I ain't never seen you looking so wrong. He grins at her and sings along. And Stagger Lee never sees it coming, 'cause Delia has a knife whose blade is humming. She stabs it in his gut where his blood is drumming, and a smile curves across her mouth as Stagger Lee's blood comes pouring out. And Staggy drunk about a bottle of gin, and he don't feel nothing when a blade goes in. Lightning flash when she strikes again. Delia Lee hits a mark. She drives steel through his demon heart. Stand still at the TikTok bar when the hand of death falls down hard. And Delia's feet stack breaks apart like a curse has just been broken, undone by a righteous woman. Delia, your man is gone. 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 Thank you so much.
Thanks, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. You made it through a 6-minute song. And it's quite the story that it's based off of a true story. A man named Stagger Lee lived in the 1800s in St. Louis. And I love that song so much, and especially in this day and age when a woman gets revenge, it feels like 110% better than, you know, other stories out there. So she definitely got her revenge in that one. We're going to do another song from our new album, and this is a tune that remembers kid things, one of those things being moon pies, and something that Kagey grew up eating as a kid with his grandparents. And the song isn't just about moon pies, but it does mention them in there.
played guitar in your living room on a Saturday night. We tune in and turn up the volume to watch Roy's fingers fly. Boy's fingers would fly. You'd pop a popcorn and pour a cup of Cokes, and we'd listen to Roy and we'd laugh at his jokes, sitting by you on a Saturday night. Captain D's, moon pies and ice cream, eating in the car at the park. We'd watch the planes land and race our bikes while the Saturday sky turned to dark. Down at Dory Park, he'd smoke in the car the whole way home, and you'd cuss and you'd tell him exactly where he could go right down the hill, talking to her on a Saturday night. Well, I was a kid and you had time, and some old joke about waiting around to die, you would laugh. Ha ha ha. Scrubbed your floor, cut your grass for $10. I'd do anything you asked. It was a summery day coming on hot and clear, and ended with a storm ringing in my ear. We asked for moon pies, and he'd go have a smoke, and it rained so hard the current would flicker and finally go. Well, I remember you on a Saturday night, sitting by you eating moon pies on a Saturday night. I remember you on a Saturday night.
The Honey Dewdrops on 89.7 WTMD Baltimore. It's Public Radio Music Day, and it's all about discovering the sound of local communities. You two are not originally from this area, correct?
Yeah, we're both from Virginia. I'm from Charlottesville. And
Well,
Kagey's
you're
from
still
Richmond.
DMV then, right?
Technically, yes. Yeah, for sure.
But I asked that because I know that you moved here and I'm assuming, correct me please, that you moved here to be a part of the Baltimore music scene. They're both nodding
totally.
their heads.
Yeah, I forget the radio, right? Radio. Yes, I guess before we moved here, we found ourselves traveling through Baltimore quite a bit, going from Charlottesville through, D.C. and Baltimore, trying to get up north. And when we would stop here, we would play a show, and it seemed like we always get to know more and more people as we would stop and play and hang out. And it was one of the big reasons that drew us here. It was basically the reason that drew us here, which was the creative kind of climate that we've found in Baltimore, especially with the music scene, but there's so much other great art going on too, visual arts and performing arts and so much stuff. It seems like a community that is just wide open and hungry and interested in what everybody is doing and always making something new, and we just really wanted to be a part of that.
And, we're so glad that you stayed because you moved in 2015. And of course, soon after you arrived, the uprising following Freddie Gray's death happened. What a tumultuous time to move to a new city. I can't imagine.
Yeah, and I think we've all been shaped by that, and then including all the events in 2020 as well. It's, I think what has been, solidifying for us being here is how much the community is trying to work on things and trying to build progress, and we want to be a part of that and not turn our backs from it. And we still have a lot of work to do, but I think we're really finding that in the Baltimore community, that work is happening. And so it's really, so 2015 was an intense time. It still is. And I think it's shaping our music too, right? And art in general. I feel like you can't not say anything anymore if you're an artist about what's going on in the time. So it's good to be embedded in that, and it's really good to be here making and doing the work.
Yeah, I feel like we're all a part of changing the narrative on Baltimore, and it is nice to see that people really want to do the hard work that that takes, but at the same time, listening to you all doesn't seem like hard work at all.
Well, thank you. That's really nice.
It's quite lovely, and you bring something really beautiful to the city, and we're so glad that you stayed and became, a part of the thread work.
Thank you. Thanks. It's felt like Baltimore feels like a big hug to us. It really does. So yeah, it's really good to be here, and it's so great to be on the radio. I mean, we love this station. I was reminded when you were telling me about listening to us on the radio that I've turned this station on a number of times in my car and discovered music as well that I will eventually go and buy the vinyl. And one moment I remember is finding out about Anders Osborne.
Yeah.
And loving the album that he put out a couple of years ago, and buying that vinyl record. And I came home and I was like, hey, I heard this great musician on TMD while I was in Towson. And so anyway, thank you all for what you do.
Thanks
for building the community.
Knocking it out of the park year after year.
Thanks for saying that, and thanks for being a part of Public Radio Music Day with us. The Honey Dewdrops on 89.7 TMD.
Thanks, y'all. I think we're going to do one more song here, and we'll send it out with a tune that we wrote called Holy Hymn. And with everything we've just talked about, this is meant to be a prayer for better times ahead and for all of you to keep shining your bright lights, especially in this community. When you walk in the wilderness, through the valley of tears, up the hills of unrest, hear a bird sing their song with ease. I hope that holy hymn sets you free. Winds will pass through the walls of time. Storms come and go with no rhythm or rhyme. ghosts be unbound to roam, and your river of grace guide you safely home. When a light whispers to the mind through the wide night, darkened skies, let it shine, let it shine. Clear a path to the highest peak, like a stone sits still where the waters run deep. In the fields where fear may grow, may you find a peace in what you don't know. When a light whispers to the mind through the wide night and darkened sky, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. When you walk in the wilderness, through the valley of tears, up the hills of unrest, hear a bird sing her song with these. I hope that holy hymn sets you free. Oh, may that holy hymn set you free. Thank you all so much.
Thanks a lot.
The Honey Dewdrops on 89.7 WTMD. Thank you so much. Incredible. Thank you.